Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shooting It Straight with Donnie C. I am your host, Donnie C. I want to thank everybody for coming and hanging out with us, spending some time. I know it's valuable, and you're here with us, and we love it. And us is me and Dave. Hello, Dave.
Hello, how are you?
Good, doing good. So, basically, if you haven't seen the show, what have you been waiting for? And if you have seen the show, you know what's up already. But I'm going to tell you again anyway, just in case. So basically, me and Dave sit here, we talk, we have fun, we have opinions, and sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. It depends on what your opinion is and how you feel. But after we talk about whatever we're talking about for a little bit, we talk about what you want to talk about, and that's where the questions come in. And with the questions, you send your questions to Dave. Dave reads his questions to me. I answer them live while we're recording, right here. No safety net, no nothing. And I give you my honest answer. And hopefully you enjoy it. And if you don't, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. But if you want your answers, questions, or anything else, shooting it straight, WDC@gmail.com. You send them to Dave, and he'll read them to me. And then we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll be good. Maybe we'll be bad. Maybe we'll just have some fun with it. You never know.
Exactly.
But before we even get too deep into the show, Father's Day has just passed, so happy Father's Day to anybody who's there. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the fathers out there who are working their asses off and trying to provide for their families and all this other fun stuff, and then getting yelled at by their wives because they work too much to try and provide for their families, or they're not spending enough time with their kids, and then you spend time with the kids, and then you can't pay the bills, and then you got to go back to work again because your wife's yelling at you because you didn't pay the bills. And happy Father's Day, guys. Dave, am I wrong, Dave?
No, you're 100% right. 100% right.
It's a very, and I'm good on balancing, but it's a very delicate balancing act that most men do to try and be able to do all the things that they need to do and work and pay the bills and everything else. Right. And in this day and age where fathers are fathers and mothers are fathers and fathers are mothers and children are mothers and kids are fathers and dogs are pets, but then a kid is a pet because they're a cat, and I don't know what the hell's going on anymore, but anybody could be anybody and everybody's everybody. So I hope whoever you are, you had a good day, because now Mother's Day has passed and Father's Day has passed, so happy Parents' Day.
There you go. Wow.
Dave, I think I told you this before, but if mothers have Mother's Day and fathers have Father's Day, do you know what single men have?
I have no idea.
Palm Sunday.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why is that, Don? No, let's not elaborate on that.
You don't want me to?
No.
I wish. Oh, I have your clip, and I don't have it set up for boinking the meat or bopping the meat.
Bopping the meat.
Bopping the meat. I clipped it, and I didn't have it saved to the show. Otherwise, I would have pulled that up right now. Damn it! Missed the boat on that one. But Dave, did you ever get the homemade tie with the string?
No.
I think a lot of fathers had. I had that as one of my Father's Day gifts one time.
Is that right?
I wore that around for a day.
No, I don't. Well, if I get anything, it's usually a new Star Wars shirt or a new video game or some shit like that.
Right.
Okay. But I don't like going anywhere on Father's Day. I like staying home, barbecuing, having a few drinks, and doing my own stuff.
On Mother's Day and other holidays and everything else, the women like to go out and do. I want to go to brunch. I want to go here. I want to go to dinner. I want to do this and I want to do. Men don't want to do shit.
Nope.
When my birthday came around, my wife goes, "What do you want to do?" I go, "Nothing."
Yeah.
Nothing. I want to order food. I want it to come to my house. I want to watch a movie with my family and do nothing. We don't have to have cake. We don't have to celebrate. We don't have to. And maybe we'll meet up with friends and go out for drinks over the weekend or whatever. But on my birthday, nothing. Relax, chill, hang out, breathe a little.
I think my wife finally gets it now. There's 2 days where I'm left alone. Father's Day, boom.
I'm sorry?
My birthday and Father's Day, not Palm Sunday.
Okay. Just check. I don't know. I just thought maybe it was. I don't know.
No. Oh,
but
man.
You're celebrating.
Let's move along from Palm Sunday.
Okay.
So, my HOA, my homeowners association, where I live, we've been in a little bit of a transition. Now, you used to, I think you have one out in Arizona, but I know you had one out in Jackson, so I don't know if you've ever experienced any kind of problems that could come along with that shit. So, like me right now, I have knee-high grass. That
Really?
they told me.
Is it really that high, or are you exaggerating?
It's getting there. No, it's getting there. It's basically
knee high to a midget, a small person.
to my wife. It
dwarf,
could be because my wife is shorter, so it could
Right.
be to her. For me, it's maybe
Okay.
calf high, mid calf.
Okay.
I don't know how anybody's walking dogs or anything like that, but apparently we're in the middle of a little upheaval of new companies bought everybody out or something like that. So
Okay.
they had the transition. So the old company was supposed to stay through the end of May. Apparently they told them, "Go fuck yourself. We're out."
Right.
So that went 3 weeks.
They
with
should have
no-
said we'll stay till the end of May B.
Yeah. So the end of May comes, still nobody's cutting the grass. The new company was supposed to take over June 1st. They didn't have all their ducks in a line, and now we're a week. Did you just quack?
What happened?
Now we're a week into the June, and we still have no. So it's been about a month since our grass has been cut. So I have no idea how anybody is walking their dogs.
What about your hedges? Do you have hedges or anything? I thought you had hedges. Do you?
I have
hedges?
I have hedges, but I take care of those myself.
Are you supposed to, or is the HOA supposed to do that? Because in my development, I think the HOA was taking care of that as well when I was in Jackson.
You can like they have a form that comes out, and you can say they'll do it or you'll do it. So I usually sign off that I'll do it, so that because I like to trim my bushes a certain way.
You gotta trim your bush. I understand the manscaping. I get it.
Right.
So do you go flat, or do you go like an oval? Like some of them people have balls. Do you put your balls outside, or do you keep them inside?
My two smaller bushes gets a flat top and a round side.
Okay.
And then I have another bush that 3 bushes.
Yeah.
My other bush, it almost looks like a it almost looks like a bonsai tree. So I'm out there like fucking Mr. Miyagi trimming the sucker.
Bonsai. Oh, very cool.
Because I trimmed up I trimmed up all the
How
little
come
loose
you keep
branches.
moving your hands down low when you say you're trimming up your bushes?
Well, I'm trying to play the part. Now, I'll clip off the little tiny branches or stuff like that to clear off the main branch and stuff, so it looks really cool, like a bonsai tree. But but no, it's a pain in the ass, and like for me, I'm usually.
If it's such a pain in the ass, though, why do you do it? Why don't you choose for them to do it?
Because I know how I like it. You know what I mean? So I don't want to be that guy that goes, "Oh, you fucked my bush up."
Right. Dude, bro, you fucked up my bush.
But we're paying. We don't pay a lot, but we pay enough, and there's no way in hell they're going to give us our money back for not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So we're fucked, and we just got to continue to go through this shit. And I'm like, this is the first time in the 12 years we've been here that anything like this has happened, and we're like, what the fuck? So
I think there was a transition when I was living in Jackson. There was a transition also, and there was a little bit of a clusterfuck then too, but it wasn't knee high or anything. It wasn't that bad. Yeah. But out here, I have an HOA, and they don't do shit.
Yeah.
I mow my lawn, I trim my bushes. Oh, in the front yard, I trim my bush in the front, I trim my bush in the back.
You got a back bush?
I got back bushes. I got back trees.
Oh, my.
But yeah, I got to take care of all of that. I got to pull all the weeds and everything else. And in Arizona, everything's fucking mostly rock and shit. Yeah. So weeds come up out of everywhere. And it's a pain in the ass. Yeah. And the HOA, those sons of bitches, they'll come around and try and find you because they got weeds in the front yard. Hey, HOA.
HOA.
Hey, HOA. But yeah, so they'll come around. God forbid your garbage pail's out for an extra day or something. They send you a letter or something. Get the fuck out of here. I was busy one fucking day out of the fucking... Hold on. This one day, out of the whole fucking time, you gonna bust my balls?
Yeah.
You don't do shit.
Yeah, ours is a little bit more lenient. You really have to be a complete fuck up for them to give you like a warning or something like that.
Right, and normally most places aren't that bad.
Yeah.
But the fact that they don't do shit, and then they try and charge you for everything? What the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah.
I've won the Christmas holiday decoration stuff.
Right.
And at Christmas time, we'll put a picture up for everybody else to see what the fucking clusterfuck that is.
You can see him from the moon.
The Griswold that I am.
Yeah.
But, so I've won that, and I know the money's not going into that. Mm-hmm. There's no money going into that at all. They can go scratch their ass if they think I think that. Mm-hmm. But a homemade knit fucking blanket and a cup of cocoa or some shit. Get the fuck out of here. Pay my electric bill. the fucking lights I got up there and the blow-ups and everything else. And So, I don't know what the HOA does with the money outside of set up more meetings for HOA.
Exactly, yeah. They try to hit me up for my my satellite dish. I had the DirecTV satellite dish out there. And what I was doing, I was holding on to it in case I switched back to them.
Right. Okay.
But they went. I guess they wanted to clean up the environment, so they sent out letters to everybody saying that somehow they were going to find out if you were active
Dish or not?
If you had it or not, and then they were going to find you. Shit. They were going to find you for that. So I was like,
now I know where all your money went. It was in the research to find out who had Dish and who had cable.
So I just pushed my shit. Because it came right out of the ground. Because I have mine right in front of it. It's not on the roof or nothing. It was cemented in the dirt outside. So I just pushed it over. And I called DirecTV. What do I do with the thing? Oh, you could just discard it. I'm like, seriously? Nobody comes to pick it up?
They don't give a shit.
I threw it over by the dumpster. See you later.
Yeah, they don't give a crap. I don't know how they make money. I mean, I know how they make money because they, for lack of better words, they practically rape you for the freaking the monthly payments for a cable.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how it got so expensive. But it was absurd.
Everything's expensive.
That's true. Yeah. What are you going to do?
All right. Let's have a little fun here. So around this, I keep hearing this from time to time in New Jersey, where there's a debate over a certain item, and I want to see where you land on this.
Pork roll or Taylor ham? Okay.
Where do you fall on the?
Where do I fall
on the pork roll?
Personally, I used to like a Taylor ham, egg, and cheese.
So you call it Taylor ham?
I would go Taylor ham.
Wow.
I would fall Taylor ham. So is that North Jersey?
You are the
that's North Jersey.
You're exception to the rule because North Jersey is Taylor, and they're saying like more South Jersey is pork roll, and people in the middle are kind of like in the transition.
And I'll eat either one. Both of them are good. But here's this was great for a hangover. Not that I ever had those every day of my life for a long time. But I would have, and it would be a pork roll, egg, and cheese. I would get it at the diner or whatever that we went to. I worked in the union, and we'd have to go get break. Mm-hmm. But I worked with a company that had thousands of guys.
Right.
So we would get orders, like 5 to 10 of us would go get these orders for these guys. And we'd go to the diner, we'd just sit up and we'd take over the whole fucking diner. Yeah. And the diner knew it. Like, they came in, they're like, oh yeah, sit over here. And while we waited for them to cook 1,000 meals all at once, we would be sitting there with markers writing on who got what, and that goes over here, and this goes over here. And it was like a production line. But while we were doing it, we were able to eat. Oh. And I was hungover every morning. And it was great because I had a pork roll, egg, and cheese every morning on an egg bagel with orange juice and coffee. Mm-hmm. And it was wonderful because up until that point, I was still hurting. I made it. I was good. Yeah. But I was still hurting. Or still slightly drunk. Whatever. But I would make it. And then we'd go to get break. And then I'd eat and come back. And then I'd be able to, after I handed out all the food and the coffees and this, that, the other, I was able to take a quick nap. So I'd eat that, then nap. Oh, it was beautiful. Beautiful. I was back and ready to go. That's what cat naps were the thing for me.
Yeah, no, the pork roll, like I would make it when I was younger, man. Just slice it up. You got to cut the edges of it or whatever, and then you put it in it, fry it up, put it on with some eggs on it's delicious.
It's great.
I'm on the pork roll side. I don't know how this became like this great debate of New Jersey, but I constantly hear it, so I just wanted to see.
It is a big deal out there. I don't know why. Even when I was out there years ago, they would talk about it, and they were, pork roll, Taylor ham. Like, get the fuck, they both taste great. Just shut up. Give me some bacon. I don't care. Just as long as it's pig. Give me some swine.
I think we did a few years ago. We went to it was a pork roll fest.
Okay.
And that was phenomenal because it was just it was like all little food trucks with their spin on, and it was great.
I missed that. They don't have a lot of that out here. Like that's like the grease trucks over by Rutgers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then the San Gennaro feast in New York. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been to that?
Never been to that. No.
Dave, you gotta go. You gotta fucking go. Oh my god. Just you're walking the street, and as you're walking the street, there's people cooking outside their restaurants, and I mean sausage links like this big, just with sausage and peppers and onions and funnel cake or Zeppelin's or it just smells so good. And they're like complimentary. They're selling you the wine on the street and everything. And I'm not a big wine drinker.
Yeah, neither am I. No.
But you give me a beer or whatever, and I'm drinking sausage, and I'm eating sausage and peppers and funnel cake and this and that. And oh my god, I would eat everything. Everybody looks at me like I'm a goose, because I'm a small guy.
Yeah.
But I eat like a big guy.
Yeah.
I always have, and I still do. When I want to eat, I eat. Matty, you know. You know. We eat. But, I mean, I would go there, and I would want to stop almost at every stand that I was passing by, because it just smelled so good.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous, man.
It's so good.
But it's phenomenal.
You got to enjoy your life. You got to... Listen, I'm all about eating healthy and everything else, but when you go. Yeah. Like on vacation, their fucking diet's off.
Yep.
Diet's off. San Gennaro feast, diet's off. Grease trucks, diet's off.
Diet's off.
Lots of diets off days.
Cheat days, cheat weeks.
Cheat days. Any day that ends in a Y is a cheat day for me.
All right, so where did you land? I'm sorry, you were Taylor ham or were you a pork roll? Which were?
I'm a little bit of mixed, but I liked. I mean, like I said, I'd have a lot of pork roll, egg and cheese, but I like Taylor ham also. I like them both. So
right, but aren't they the same? Essentially,
they're
the
very
same
similar.
thing?
They're very very similar. It's not much of a difference of anything. And
okay.
So I don't know.
Right, so you're in the middle.
The way you say it. So I'm in the middle.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm supposed to pick a side.
Yeah, you were.
Right.
But you failed.
I'm from South Jersey. Taylor ham because I'm North Jersey. No.
All right. Moving along, we got some questions.
All right. I like questions.
And from one of our shooters, I guess you want to call them.
Hey, he's a shooter. Are you a shooter? Do you know what a shooter is? You should watch the episodes. Those are people who follow us. Hello, are you a shooter? And if you don't like the name shooters, give us some ideas because we're trying to figure out what you should be called.
Yes. All right, first question. Outside of the Rocky films, what is the single best Sylvester Stallone movie?
It's tough, I had a lot of them, outside of the Rockies?
Outside of Rockies.
I mean, Rambo was a big success for him, too.
My God.
What?
That's horrible.
Is that bad?
Yeah, out of all your impressions, that's probably the worst. But go ahead.
All right. Stallone. Cobra. No. Over the Top, definitely not. Although I did like a machine, like Tamara, like a turn machine, you know. I would have to go with the Rambos, I think.
Yeah.
I would have to go with Rambo because that's the most. I mean, some of his were misses.
That's the obvious. For me, it was. I'm gonna go with. You had mentioned it, Cobra. I'm gonna go with that one.
I was on the that's not a bad one, but I don't know if it would be one of his greatest. But it was a good one. It was right in his prime. It was
classic '80s.
Right. Yeah. It was a classic '80s. Yeah. He shoots the tank and everything else, and
puts the guy up on the hook at the end, sends him into the fire. You know.
I mean, Creed. How about that? Creed was his. No.
He didn't have. He didn't really have like a Academy Award winning movie that you could say. It's all been just
outside of Rocky. Rocky won.
Yeah, the Expendables were good. If you want to go,
the Expendables were good too. I did enjoy the Expendables. I forgot about the Expendables.
Yeah,
I did enjoy that series for a lot of different reasons. I like the fact that they made fun of each other.
Yeah, and they just got all the old action heroes together and just like had a good time.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is very exciting. I'm in the movie with my friends and we're working together.
It's true. So, but yeah, no, I go because I'm an '80s guy. I love the '80s movies. So Cobra for me was,
okay.
If I'm going outside of the Rockies, Rambo's the obvious one, but
right, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it has to be Rambo, but I mean, he's had a lot of okay films. I can't say he's had a lot of great films besides the Rockies and the Rambos and like a couple of like Cobra and Over the Top that made some money and stuff like that. Like, but outside that, a lot of his were duds. He made a lot of flops. But he did a recent. What was the recent one he did? He's a cowboy or something. He's coming in doing a new movie where he's a cowboy or something. I think. I don't see. I read something somewhere where he's doing a new movie, and I don't know if it was a cowboy, but it was a character. I'm like, Why is he doing that?
I don't know.
That's not going to work.
Oh, he did. He was like a superhero or something. I forgot the stupid name of it.
Right, he did that one.
Yeah,
and I didn't watch that yet. I put it on my to view or to watch or whatever it's called. I don't even know what it's called. That's how much.
That's another one that was okay. Right. You know what I mean? It wasn't great, but it wasn't sucky. So
I like Sly as a person.
Right.
Like, he's a cool guy. His family, he takes care of his family. And he lost a kid early on and stuff like that. And, you know, his wife and him are great together. They bust each other's balls constantly. His daughters and him get along great. I've seen them do, they have a podcast also that I watched for a little while. And they brought him on and stuff like that. And he's very honest. And, like, he had a rough childhood growing up. He went through foster cares and stuff like that and everything else. But he just made it work. He got kicked out of, I think it was like 7 or 12 different schools and everything else.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he had ADHD and he's got all this other stuff. Like, he's got all these issues and stuff. And being in the foster care system.
Man, when did you do a deep dive on Sly Stallone?
When I started watching his daughters.
On that reality show or whatever?
Yeah, when he did the podcast or whatever. I watched the episode with him and stuff like that. And I learned a lot about it. All those neck surgeries and back surgeries and stuff like that. I'm like, holy crap, it's a lot more to Sly than I knew.
Yeah.
Like, I know him as Rocky or Rambo and, you know.
Right. Well, I got to be honest, you knew a lot more about him than I thought you would, so good job.
What I do, Dave, I surprise you at every show.
I'm getting educated too every show. This is awesome. Oh, Lord. Okay.
So
all right.
That's my input with Sly. We're on a first name basis. I don't know if you know this.
God. Every show. Every show. All right. Next question.
Okay.
Would you rather have? And we're gonna go from
Sly
to sex. Good transition. Would you rather have sex for 3 minutes with any famous living actress or 1 hour with any anonymous, non-famous model of your choosing?
Actress or model? Actress or model?
Yeah, but you can only have the actress for 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Now.
Here we go.
What?
What's the scenario? What do you got?
Sex for 3 minutes doesn't mean foreplay or anything else. That just means sex. So if I can have foreplay for an hour and then sex for 3 minutes, I think that's a win.
Yeah, but is
that not allowed in this question? I'm not allowed to adjust it like that?
I think you're going outside the parameters of the question.
Okay, so I legit either have 3 minutes or an hour with somebody to do whatever the hell I want.
Yeah. Don't change the question to your favor.
All right. Oh,
so no foreplay.
Models.
No foreplay. 3 minutes. Bing bang boom. You're done. Or an hour.
How do they know my sex drive? No. 3 minutes, good. So I get to do it at least 3 times, and then.
Sorry to hear that. No,
it's not the case. I don't know. I'd rather an hour of anything.
Because here's the thing: you got your girl. Who's it? J-Lo.
J-Lo. That's the one I'm thinking of.
So you get her for 3 minutes.
I might get her divorced again. And in 3 minutes, it might turn into a lifetime. If she gets addicted to me, it's not my fault.
3 minutes with J-Lo or 1 hour with somebody else?
Who would be my model? I don't even know who my model would be at this point. Supermodels used to be supermodels, and now they're just models, and everybody, no matter what shape, anything, everybody's a model. Everybody, I'm a fucking model, Dave. I identify as a model.
Okay.
Fucking stupid. Models had to be a criteria. Now everybody's just vanilla. You're allowed to be whatever you want. You're it.
Take a picture in your underwear, post it on Facebook.
Right, you're a model. Congratulations. Fucking idiots. This world is fucking full of shit. So I'd go with it. I'd go with J-Lo for 3. It's 3 minutes though. What are you gonna do in 3 minutes?
That's your hall pass too. So you're gonna waste your hall pass on a 3 minute fling.
But she might fall in love, Dave.
Okay, well, you better hit it great. You better hit it great for 3 minutes.
It's gonna be the best 3 minutes I've ever had in my life. I would say an hour with a model because 3 minutes wouldn't suffice. But at the same point, there's no models that stick out to me like a J Lo, or even if it wasn't a J Lo, even somebody like Ben's ex-wife, Jen.
I don't know.
What the fuck is her name?
Got me on that one.
Garner, Jennifer Garner.
Okay, there you go.
That was his ex-wife. She's beautiful too.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel, which I can't think of her real name too, from Friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would have to go with an actress for 3 minutes because
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston. All Jens. Holy shit! I got to think for Jens. At least I can't fuck up their names. I would have to go with an actress for 3 minutes only because the default of not knowing what supermodels are really that hot anymore. I don't think a supermodel, like, I just don't. I have no not that I'm not attracted to them, but I have no connection to them.
Right.
So for me, as much as I'd rather go for an hour with somebody that I'm somewhat connected with, I have zero connection with any of them right now.
Well, I mean,
so I'd have to go 3 minutes with an actress.
I don't know what Cindy Crawford looks like now, but if she's
still
held up,
good looking,
if she held up, I'd be.
She's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
If I had to come up with one, that was the only one I was coming up with. Her and the one who was in the National Lampoons in the Lambo. Christy Brinkley.
Christy Brinkley, yeah.
But I think Christy Brinkley's a little bit older now. She still looks good. I'm not saying it, but she's not as good as what's her name is, the one you just said.
Cindy Crawford.
Cindy Crawford. Thank you.
Yes.
The mole.
Yeah, new models I don't know shit about,
No,
so
I
I'm
don't
just
know
going
any
by
models.
who I grew up with.
What's her name? Erin Ratajkowski or something like that.
Yeah.
Like that's the close. That one and the other one who turned into an actress. So does that mean I get an hour and 3 minutes with that one?
No.
Okay.
I get them both.
Bingo!
You found the loophole of the question, Don. There you go.
It's a gift. It's a gift. So, all right, 3 minutes with J-Lo, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess.
All right.
But it's a weak one.
All right. Moving right along.
What did you pick? You picked the 3 minutes too, right?
If Cindy Crawford, yeah, I would probably hang with Cindy.
Okay, so you'd go for the hour with Cindy.
Yes.
Okay. I might break her hip.
All right. But we're going along.
Who said that was a joke?
I did. I laugh at everything and anything. If you don't know this by now, come on.
That's why we get along so well.
I've been told that if they were going to start their comedic career, they want me front row. Yeah.
You were in front row, and I have one somebody similar to you in the back row. This way, the two of you get everybody else in the middle.
Get everybody else going.
Yeah.
Laughter's contagious. We'll get everybody going. And then at the end, you're going to have a standing out. So.
That's right. So if you're laughing and it's contagious and you're laughing at Dave or with Dave or at me and with me,
right.
Hit the like button. Subscribe. Get notifications. Ring the bell. Have a good time.
Have a good
crazy.
Time. All right, next question. What's the craziest thing Donnie ever saw at a Jersey club, and what's the funniest thing you've seen at a club? Craziest and funniest.
At like a regular club or like a go-go club or like...
I would say regular club, like a Trade Winds or some shit like that. You know,
Trade Winds and stuff like that. Okay. There hasn't been a lot of crazy... You've seen crazy fights break out. I've seen hot chicks flash their chest every once in a while.
I was there for that one. Yeah, that was nice.
That was a good time. It's good times.
Yeah.
Craziest thing. I'm trying to think. I did a lot of crazy things. The craziest things I've seen, though.
I got a funny one that happened to me.
People having sex in the clubs.
In the club? You saw that? Oh, it's probably you. Oh, you. Excluding yourself, Don. But I saw myself doing it.
There was a mirror. No. No, I've seen... No, that was a different one. That was a go-go bar. I've seen people have sex at the go-go bar and stuff like that too, but that was different. Yeah, I would have to say just nudity and fights, and for me, I think of the question and it's like normal, like, oh, somebody flashed their tits or their ass or whatever, or this, that, the other. Somebody grabs you or does something. One of the funniest, I got a buddy of mine, and we were at a club one time. Right. And some woman, chick, broad, dame, skirt, doll, whatever you want to be called nowadays. I don't know what you'd call you. But She came up from behind him, and she literally and he don't know this girl for nothing. Mm-hmm. She literally just reached around and put her hands right on his cock and balls.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then, so they spent the night together. But, but she turned out to be a lunatic. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, no.
But, yeah, he was my designated driver that night. And he goes, you mind if we, and I was pretty banged up. He goes, you mind if I stop at our house?
Yeah.
Bro, go ahead. I'll pass out in the car for a while. I fucking passed out in the car. I was asleep. I came back in the car. I woke up and drove home. That was kind of crazy. But to me, stuff like that happened.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't crazy for me.
Yeah, no.
Like, Dave, you see me in the club.
Yeah.
If you said, oh, so-and-so had sex in the club, a lot of people would be like, no, they didn't. I'm like, yeah, we did. Like, or flashing or anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that was just part of what we did. So, for me, the shenanigans wasn't anything, like, a lot of people watch the Jersey Shore and they're like, that shit doesn't happen. They just do it because they're celebrities or this, that. No, that shit happened. If you were in the right spot at the right time, you always had a story.
You were
watching
watching
always something going on. Hooking up with girls on the dance floor. Girls hooking up with girls. Guys hooking up. And before it was cool to be gay and everything else. Now everybody's gay or straight or trans or this or that. It was back in the 90s when nobody... It was very thin. It was very thin grouping of what you were.
Yeah. You might see people hooking up with people you never thought that you'd see them hooking up with. And...
Right. You know, all of a sudden you kiss a girl, and then you look at the other girl, and you look back at the girl, and you're like... And she's like, whatever. And then you kiss the other girl, and then the two girls... Like, been there. It's cool.
Yep.
Is that the craziest? I don't know what the craziest is.
Yeah.
It's always been crazy. Every time we went out, it got crazy. I got poked in the eyeball one time. My wife loves that story. It was my sister-in-law's 21st birthday, and some guys were dancing with them, and they didn't want to dance anymore. So I finally went over and I did my dancing and separated them and everything else. And I'm talking to the one guy, and his buddy jumps up and he goes to, I think, punch me. I don't know, but his finger and it went right into, like, knuckle deep into my eyeball. I'm like, what the fuck? But it was my sister-in-law's 21st birthday, and like, instead of getting into a brawl and getting thrown out of Atlantic City,
right?
I was like, you know what? That was all that happened.
Yeah.
And I was like, do I go after it? Like, in my head, I'm like, I want, but I'm like, I don't want to ruin the night either.
Yeah.
21st birthday, and I'm like, it's just. But that motherfucker hurt my eye. Dave, I still complain about it every once in a while. Like, my eyes are straining or something. My wife goes, the guy could have got poked in the eye.
It's like, hey, Mo!
Yeah, exactly. I should have went like this. I would have shot. No. I was so focused on the guy in front of me, I wasn't expecting a guy to come over.
Yeah. The funniest thing I've seen was myself. I don't know if you remember way back in the day where my glasses, remember they were all fucked up? And
I remember your fucked up glasses.
My glasses, the lens would pop
came out.
So we were at one of those bars. I don't know where it was, and we just a sea of people. I don't know if you were with me that night, but I remember.
Was it Bar A?
It might have been Bar A. I'm pretty sure that's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure.
I think it was Bar A.
So I think we were walking to the outside section or whatever, and we went down some steps, and just the vibration of my steps popped the fucking lens out, and it hit the ground, and ding, 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 went somewhere, and I'm like, everybody, stop!
Yeah,
I need my lens.
Yeah. That was awesome. And, hey, it could have saved your eyeball, too, if we got into a fight that
night. So, but yeah, that was at my own expense. But, you know, the craziness is same shit as you. You know, that's, you know.
It's always crazy. So, I mean, what's the weirdest thing? I don't know. Just a lot of weird. I've seen a lot of weird shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was a good life. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yep.
Dave wrote a lot of the coattails. Dave didn't want to get too close because he was afraid of what might happen
if you got too close
damage. To his son. Right. He's like, there's no way he's going to pull this off, and he's going to get arrested, or something bad is going to happen. I'll just stand on close enough where I can still witness it, but not be involved in it.
I can participate, but when the shit hits the fan, I'm out.
Right. That was Dave's safety net around me.
Alrighty. Moving right along, one more. We got looking back now. If you could change one thing about your high school years, what would it be?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I don't think I would change anything. It was different for me. because I have this personality where I don't care as much. Like I was friends or associated with all groups. Mm-hmm. I lettered as a freshman two out of 3 times. I hung out outside, even though I lettered while running track and cross country. I hung out with the degenerates that I was part of too, and we smoked cigarettes outside and hung out and whatever. I hung out with the A-listers, the B-listers, the C-listers. The band knew me. I mean, where were we, Dave? We were in Florida.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah.
Like me and Dave were in Florida on vacation.
Yeah.
And where were we? We
were going into a restaurant, I think.
Okay.
Something like that. It was a restaurant, bar, wherever we were going. Right. And this person was coming out. We're going in. All I hear is, Donnie! Like, what the fuck?
I'm in fucking Florida. I was living in Jersey and New York at the time. Like, it didn't matter. Like, I lived in Jersey. And I was in Florida on vacation.
Yeah.
And somebody knew me from the band. Like, I knew everybody. I knew who was selling things that shouldn't be selling things. I knew who was drinking things that shouldn't be drinking things. I knew who was ingesting. Like, I knew everybody and anybody. Mm-hmm. And I still did my schoolwork. Like, I didn't read a lot. I should have read more. I should have done more schoolwork. I should have done that. And I didn't do that. So maybe, looking back, maybe I would have tried a little bit harder with some of my schoolwork. But I doubt it.
Yeah.
Only because I was grounded a lot. And I didn't have a lot of fun time going out because, and it's like oxymoron almost. I was grounded a lot because my grades weren't up. Mm-hmm. But my grades weren't up because I was grounded so much that I was having fun during school hours. So it's like, where's the balance? Like, the balance was off.
Yeah.
But it worked.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I would socialize and hang out and have fun, and I would be able to sit in class and people would talk about the book that we're supposed to be reading, and somebody asked me a question, I could bullshit my way through it. I just, trust me, I'm a liar. Mm-hmm. I'm good. Yeah. Like, so I don't think I would change a whole lot. I did a lot of track. I tried trying out for the cheerleading team. They wouldn't let me because I could do splits and jumps and, you know, stuff like that. I was very athletic and very strong and very fit. But the coach wouldn't let me because she said I was going to just try and sleep with all the cheerleaders.
Right.
So, I mean, she was right, but whatevs. What?
Nothing.
I would have been a good cheerleader.
You would have.
With the flexibility and
you'd be a good foundation.
I would do flips with them and everything else. I think I'd be... So, I don't know, maybe do a little bit better in school and do a little bit more of my work instead of having people do the work for me or whatever. Because I had some of that going on too. Some people would do some work for me and I'd protect them and make sure that they had safe passage and stuff like that. Like, hey, forget about it. Oh, you got a little problem? Don't you come talk to me. I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. And even some of the teachers and stuff were like, hey, so-and-so's acted up in class and whatnot, you know, maybe just talk. I'll talk to him and I would say, hey, listen, in that class, I know you just take it down a notch. Just do me a favor, just take it down a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I didn't have to work so hard in that class either because the teacher thanked me and one hand washes the other type of deal. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It was a little bit different. And my father helped the situation by accident because I got in trouble one time and it was before I started doing anything that I shouldn't have been doing. So I was still innocent at the time and I didn't do it and they accused me of doing something and my parents had to come in. And my father came in and the vice principal didn't introduce himself. He just went right into what was going on, this, that, the other.
Yeah.
And Italians...
that was a no-no.
Respect.
Yeah.
So then after that, my father stood up. He goes, oh, by the way, I'm Mr. So-and-so. And he shook his hand. And right then and there, the guy knew that he fucked up.
Yeah.
And my father's not a humongous guy, but he's an intimidating factor when he wants to be.
Mm-hmm. Straight A's for Donnie the rest of the time.
What's that?
Straight A's for you the rest of the time.
Well, it wasn't straight A's, but I got, like, the dean of students would come over and be like, the teacher says you weren't in this class. What were you doing? I could have sworn I saw you in the library that day, didn't I?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
you did.
I was studying in the library. He goes, I thought 100%. So, okay. So, me and one of my buddies, he owned a pizzeria. We'd go out, we'd make pizza, we'd come back to school with pizzas.
Yeah.
We'd jump in through a window. So, would I change any of that? Fuck no.
Nah. Yeah.
What about you? You got a list or what?
No,
Everybody always has a bunch of stuff. But
no, I think just maybe like... Because just growing up in Union Beach, we had different choices to where we could have went to high school. The high school, I went to Red Bank Regional. For me, it was just weird for like a small town, lower income kids going to there where you had your Red Bank, your fucking Little Silver, all these richy people there.
Right.
And
very well off.
Like, I'm driving there in a busted fucking 1970 Ford Pinto. Right. And these kids are driving in with convertibles and shit.
Yeah,
and you're like...
Yeah.
So it was weird trying to... Like, some of us were able to acclimate with them and stuff like that, but it was just an awkward time in my life because we were in a scenario that was just awkward.
It's like you see in the movies where they have the rich snobs, and then all of a sudden the not low class, but the low incomes come in, and they look on them like they're dirtbags or whatever, like you're assholes and stuff like that, and you got to fight that system. Yeah,
and it was definitely, you saw the cliques, man. Like, most of the Union Beach kids would stay together. The richer people stay together, so it was just there was separation there, and it was just a matter of how you got through it. But so for me, I don't know if switching to go to like a different high school would have made a difference. Right. But that's it was an awkward time in my life, so that would be the one thing I would do. I didn't mind my time there. I really didn't. It was weird because it was just trying to get in with them, and not all of them were open arms,
Right. Yeah, you put me in a scenario, I'm a chameleon. I can fit in anywhere because I've done so many different things that I understand where everybody's coming from all aspects for the most part. Yeah. So I get it, but... Yeah.
It's rough. Not everybody's a chameleon like you, man, Well,
it's a gift and a curse, Dave. A gift and a curse.
So... All right.
All right, well, that does it for us. Hope you had a good time. Yes. If you did, like I said earlier, hit the like button. Let us know. We want to know if you like the show. We like the feedback. Put a comment down. Tell us what you think. Tell us your opinion. Would you change something in high school? Answer the questions. If you want to answer one of the questions, put it in the comment. Let us know. We'll talk back. I promise we'll talk back. And if you have questions, hit us up. shootingitstraight@gmail.com. And until next week, everybody, have a good week. And happy belated Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. Peace, everybody.
See you guys next week.